Good day and welcome to our program, The Church and the Poor. My name is Father Hayden of the Missionaries of the Poor. And today we have a team from the Newman Centre of the University of Toronto, Freddie Moreno, Sarah Grant, and Arnel Vicente, AJ, popularly known as AJ. And we have a team here of Erin and her co-students and colleagues who will be singing a song for us this evening, right, this morning. So we want to start with Freddie.
Yes.
What has brought you to Jamaica? What interested you in coming here?
Well, I've done a few mission trips over my time.
Not to Jamaica?
Not to Jamaica, no. But I had the privilege of going to World Youth Day as a volunteer, which is a totally different mission, but a mission nonetheless. I was also in the Dominican Republic a few months ago, so it's something that I definitely felt very drawn to.
Yes.
And we had initially, planned it for last year, but due to some circumstances, we weren't able to come.
Yes.
So I just jumped on board once.
Right.
Once I had the opportunity to, to come. But it's something that I definitely felt very compelled and called to do, to serve. And like I said, it's something that I've never experienced, serving the poor in this way.
Right.
So it's something that I definitely wanted to do.
How has it been so far?
It's difficult. I would say personally for me, it's been difficult. Coming into, you don't really have an idea of what it's going to be like.
Yes.
But I think from the first day, it's something that it's tiring. It can get very tiring. You're only there for 6 hours, right? But after a while, it's like, wow, you really do get tired. It's intense.
Yeah.
You got the heat, which is something that just it adds on. So I would say it's very, for me, it's very physically tiring, challenging, which is the hardest part.
Yes. Sarah, are you as tired as Robert?
I would say that Bethlehem, working with the kids, they really tire you out for sure.
Yes.
But I was at Jacob's Well, which is the women's center.
Yes.
I felt so joyful. Like seeing their faces and being able to see them and spend time with them was just, it was just filled me with so much joy. And I got to paint their nails and just spend time with them, dance with them, and seeing their brothers work with them is unreal. It's their love that they have, and so my experience was tiring, very tiring, but also very, very joyful.
Well, that's our motto, the cross is the cross, but it's a joyful carrying of the cross.
Yeah.
It's not a complaining carrying. It's not a.
Yes, for sure.
It's joyful and it's light and it opens up new avenues of your understanding of people, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Especially the suffering and the poor and so on. Yeah. Is it your first time to Jamaica?
Yes, it is. It is, and
what motivated you to come?
I actually heard about the trip from one of my friends on the trip, Damien, and he told me he was going. So I'm like, okay, I'll just, I checked my work schedule. I was free from work, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go. Yes. And that was basically why I came. I've been on a couple mission trips before, but this was the first Catholic mission trip. So it was really, I was excited to work with the poor and see the face of Christ in them, and to serve them like Christ serves us, right? So it was a whole new, outlook on mission trips and an outlook on suffering.
Yes.
Like you said, suffering, like carrying the cross, but with joy, right? Instead of complaining. So it was reminding myself to look at everything like Christ looks at us, just with love and with joy.
Wonderful. Arnel, AJ?
Yes.
What about you? Have you been exercised?
That's an understatement.
How has it been?
It's been honestly very blessed. It's been very enriching.
Yes.
From like prayer to doing the work, resting and then doing it all over again.
Yes.
I think has been very formative for me, and it's has opened my eyes to even to myself. Like I was able to understand my own weaknesses, my own brokenness, which in a way allowed me to be more compassionate when I went to see them, because then, you know, I just offered it to the Lord, you know, in the morning, and then it just allowed me to just be filled with God's love that I could share with them.
Very good. Very
in
good.
a way, yeah.
The schedule between the prayer, you mentioned the prayer
Yes.
and the work. How's that gone so far?
How's that gone? I think
like
it's
like 5:30 in the morning.
Yes. Let me tell you, man. I think it's like how you guys structure it as an order is there's so much wisdom in it, because I think that if you start off with prayer,
yes,
because you know that you're going to have a long day,
yes,
it really just fortifies you, helps you to be prepared for whatever is going to happen during your apostolate or the work that you're going to do. And to be honest, if I didn't have that in the morning, I think I would be like burnt out, broken, as soon as after the first hour, I'd be like, Lord, I don't know what to do. But, you know, and also the prayer afterwards to just recollect and to say like, Lord, whatever happened today, you know, I offer it back to you.
Yes.
And, you know, and then doing it for the night before you go to bed, like, Lord, you know, I'm tired. I know tomorrow is going to come. So, you know, I offer you my anxieties. I offer you my worries. If you want me to wake up, you will wake me. If I don't,
it ends with, Lord, grant us a restful night and a peaceful death.
So if you die, then, you know, I guess God wants you back.
Right. Sarah, you were telling me that you are involved in a program of confirmation preparation.
Yes.
Can you explain a bit about that? That sounds very unique.
Yeah, so I work for an organization called Hope Stone.
Hope Stone.
Yes, and we do confirmation and high school retreats within the Durham region and the GTA in Toronto. So, so there's...
How can this help in preparing young people for the sacrament?
Yeah, so we do a grade 12 retreat that is a social justice teachings retreat. So I was actually, I brought my journal and just was writing down all of the experiences that I had that, you know, really made me think of how privileged we are in Canada and how privileged I am and how much we don't even realize it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And not to say, I mean, I think that sometimes mission trips, they can be taken and then you say, oh, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna change how I live. But I think that it's just recognizing that we need to love more, right? In our society, especially in Western cultures, we don't love. We're not selfless like we should be. We're so self-centered a lot of the times. And
Take too much for granted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think in that sense, it's that lesson of, you know, all we're called to do is love people. That's what Christ came, you know, to save us from our sins and to love us. And so if we can't, you know, do that basic task of loving people, it's, you know,
all else is waste.
Exactly. Yeah. So that message in itself that I've learned here can transcend through all of the retreats that I do from confirmation to grade 12. And I think that's that core message is just loving people where they're at and the rest will follow.
Great, wonderful. Let's focus on the crowd here. Erin, let's start with you. You are the leader of this group. What do you do back up in Toronto?
So I'm the Associate Director of Campus Outreach at the Newman Centre. So I work at the Newman Centre full time. There's two of us who work in pastoral ministry there. And my counterpart is focused on formation and programs, and then I'm focused a lot on evangelization of the campus, on doing discipleship with students, on leadership formation, and all of those things to basically to try and we have this home that people can come to, that they can have community, that they can find a place on campus where they can build relationships with other people, where they can encounter the Lord, where they can grow in their relationship with Him, and where they can also grow in their ability to be good, strong leaders and people who will present the gospel in a beautiful, inviting way so that other people can encounter Him as well.
And how has this trip fit into your program?
So In the U.S., there's an organization called Focus, which is Fellowship of Catholic University Students. So they say that a week of mission trip is worth 1 year of discipleship. So 1 year of, meeting and talking with someone on a regular basis about growth in your faith, growth in evangelization, all of those things. So, so really, it was a call to that, because in this intense time, it's such an opportunity for deep growth in relationship with the Lord, but then in also, I think probably for all of us, in encountering the poor in such a dramatic way. It's like every part of you that is, comfortable or is selfish or is anything like that comes up against this great need.
That's what Freddie expressed at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's such a beautiful opportunity for in that for the Lord to just bring us, to just draw us more to serve others or to recognize the needs of others. So then when we have this opportunity, then the ability to bring that back into a culture that is very self-centered and is very individualistic and is very uncaring a lot of times is like these. I've had so many comments from people, like the brothers, other guests staying at the house, other people who have met all of these students who have said, this is the most amazing group of students. They're so wonderful. And it's true. But it's true, though. But that's the beautiful thing, is that all of these people who are here are the future Catholic leaders or present Catholic leaders in all kinds of different things, psychology and in nursing and in like banking, in law, and all of these things. So if they can take this experience
very important
of serving the poor, and bring that into their lives, it's beautiful.
Good, Erin.
Hello. My name is Damien.
Damien, yes.
I also study at the University of Toronto with all these wonderful people who I've gotten a chance to know over the last 2 years. Guessing the question is about my experience here.
Yes.
So I'm going to answer that question. This experience has been very difficult. I knew it would be getting out of my comfort zone, and I realized that the best way to get out of my comfort zone is just get thrown out. And literally that's kind of how it's been. I've been bathing a lot of people, and bathing people is just something, it's very different because it's a very intimate kind of act of service, something that I've never even bathed in my family, you know what I'm saying? So I've never been intimate with people in this capacity, and being intimate with people and serving them in this way that I've never served anybody before. It really unites you to them. And in a way you encounter human joy, but you also encounter human suffering. And that's powerful. That's a powerful experience. Suffering really unites you, I think, to the cross, and it makes you realize Christ's sacrifice, but also how much he loves these people. He loves these people just like he loves me, and loves all of us.
Wonderful.
And this world, and especially the kind of the first world and the Western culture that we come from, has lost that. They've lost that. They have a big spiritual lack. Whereas here, a lot of times these people have a big physical lack. Whereas over there, we can have all that we need to survive, and even thrive. But people are at a lack of love. And I think one thing that's always been every day standing out for me is just the love that the brothers pour out, this love of Christ that they pour out on the residents, and it makes me realize like how heroic they are and how inspirational, and how much more I've to grow, and it's been really humbling to realize like how selfish I can be and how attached I can be to things back in Canada. So it kind of pierces me in the heart that way, and helps me reflect on all the areas that I need to grow and let the Lord transform me.
Hi, my name's Adriana. I'm not from UFT. I'm actually from the Catholic Chaplaincy at York University.
Okay.
So we're CCY.
Same field.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what Erin was talking about Newman is basically what it is at York University. And yeah, I have to say, like, even just my experience from the very beginning, from even getting here, was just amazing, because we left Friday morning at 6:45, and I found out about the trip just the Sunday before coming, and I got my passport and my health card the Thursday morning before coming on the trip.
That's very MOP.
Vocation.
Good to know.
Increase our number in Spotify.
So honestly, just by God's grace, like, he's just had his hand on this trip from the moment Erin even came up with the idea, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have to say, they've touched on a lot of it, like all of it basically. But at least for me, the biggest thing that I'm going to take away is definitely just watching the brothers and how they interact with the residences. The respect and the admiration that I have for all that you guys do is just... It's insane. It's insane just watching you day in and day out. And we do it. We're talking about how tired we get. Yeah. And we're only here for a couple of days. And you guys do this every single day. And it's crazy. And you guys do it with so much love and so much intensity. And it's like, I just feel like I'm walking among saints. It's
well, no, really it's like what I think all of you have said. It is the prayer. It's the divine energy. It really is. It's not just our enemy. That's just how it is. You know, it's the Lord who works through us, through all of us.
It's such a blessing to see. And it just like rekindles that fire in you. And I'm so excited to be able to go back to Canada and be like, oh my goodness, the Missionaries of the Poor are so awesome. Like, you know, we need to pray. We need to like be a family again. And I remember talking to one of the priests and we were just talking about how frustrated we were with the Western society, and we were going off, but again, it's just this whole individualistic society that we live in, and it's just so sad because even the residences help each other out. They aren't, you know. Yeah,
that's Father Founder's vision, you know, that even among the poor, they need to be like a family.
Yes.
You know, that they can help each other too. You know, and that really has happened quite a bit.
So just seeing the residents help each other, and it's just really incredible to witness.
Wonderful. Yeah. Now, Erin, you have a song you want to share with us? Why not we do that right now?
So we were talking at supper the other night about how part of the beauty of being here is that a lot of the people that we're serving, we don't encounter so many of them in Canada because we don't let them live even before they're born. And now also with euthanasia, the euthanasia bill being passed.
Both ends,
Yeah, both ends. So it's hard. Like we encounter the spiritual poverty, but this like physical poverty and things is not the same because we don't even allow it to be there in any form, right? And so it just makes me think about gratitude and how that seems to be this theme. And so we played a song at Mass on Sunday.
I missed that.
Bless the Lord. It's a Matt Redman song. And so then we were at the Lord's Place this week, and I heard somebody playing it outside on the harmonica after.
Okay. So it has an impact.
Yeah. And it's so just this theme of gratitude, and I think that's how we all feel. So we'll sing. I'll sing the verses, and then you guys can join in for the chorus. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. And bless the Lord, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. You're rich in 1,000 years and then forevermore. And bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. I worship your holy name. I worship your holy name.
Exquisite. Yes, yes. Very inspirational. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Any parting words for the young people, Freddie, like yourselves?
Any parting words?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was at the Good Shepherd today, and
That's for the men.
for the men. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the brothers allowed one of the residents give a little sermon, and in it he said something that struck me very, very much. He said that all of us are missionaries, every single one of us. You don't have to go, far, far away to be a missionary.
Yes.
There's a lot of work that can also be done at home, because at the end of the day, not all of us are called
Right.
to go away and in the Bible we're told, right, go and make disciples of all nations.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So if there's any parting words is that we are all missionaries, and it starts from where we live or where we're from.
Right. Yes. Wonderful, Freddie. Yes. Sarah, your fellow youth.
Just touching on, what Freddie was saying, just with the go and make disciples of all nations, go and just love.
Yes.
Go and just love people and be joyful about it. Step outside of your comfort zone and just love. That's really all. I don't know how else to put it, but just I think that's definitely what I've been taking away from this mission is just that I need to love more, and I need to love more automatically.
Yes.
Not does this person deserve my love, or what can they do for me which will make me love them, or which will better me, but just they're a child of God.
Yes.
So in that statement, they deserve my love,
Right.
and I need to give it to them joyfully.
Yes.
So that just be
The way God loves us.
exactly.
Really,
and
He does.
and what
He
Adriana
does.
was saying too is that when we can allow ourselves to be fully immersed in God's love, we can fully immerse others in love. And so that would be kind of a second parting word to just allow God to love you.
Yes.
Where you're at. Despite your failings and despite the things that you don't have right, let Him love you and have an open dialogue with Him to help you.
Great. Thank you. Yes. AJ?
I don't know. They kind of said it all. So I do have one thing. If anything, I'm so glad you guys said what you guys said. So it just allows me to kind of just say the last thing that really came up to my head was just prayer. Any small prayer that you can do, God can take that and make anything really beautiful and grand. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, lift it up for someone that has no one to pray for them, or lift it up for someone that is in need, or lift it up to Mother Mary if you don't know anyone, and she will take care of it.
Yes.
And it's really just when things get hard, or even when things get good, we should always be praying. And that's something that I really learned from you guys. And that to be a missionary, to love and to be loved, is to really have that prayer life, because it's really in then that we have our relationship with God.
Wonderful.
And we're very thankful for this experience.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So pray.
We're always thankful for your coming to us, your visitation to us. You also inspire us, because the sacrifice you have to undergo to come out of your comfort zones or whatever that is, it's really It's extraordinary. It really is. You know, yes, we get used to our lives here, but I know that to make that step to come to like Jamaica or any third world country, any country for that matter, you know, it requires tremendous faith. And I'm really impressed by the faith of your groups, you know, whether it's from UFT or whatever.
All of that.
York.
Mixed flock.
Oh, that McMaster's yesterday.
Yes.
Right. So wonderful. Keep it up, keep the faith, and come again.
Thank you.
Yes, and tell others what you have seen and heard. Thank you for viewing Church and the Poor. God bless you.